Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's event. My name is Michael Lewis. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer here at Newforma. And today is just a really exciting day for all of us. I want to personally thank each and every person on this call for making it. So depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're really appreciative of you taking some time today to join us. I'm joined here today by our Chief Product Officer, Carl Viette, as well as our CEO, Peter Canoni. Peter, Carl, welcome and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Mike.
Mike.
You know, this is a really exciting day, and it's one that marks an incredibly significant milestone for Newforma. Today, we're proud to announce the launch of InfoTrack, which is an innovative cloud-based information management platform designed specifically for the ACO industry. We've been working on it for a long time, and we're just really excited to finally be able to unveil this to everybody on the call today. Before we get into detail and talk about InfoTrack, I'd like to turn it over to Peter to say a few words. Peter.
Thank you, Mike, and good day, everyone. Really appreciate all of you joining us on this live stream. And I want to welcome you to the next chapter for Newforma. For over 2 decades, we've partnered with ACO professionals to deliver projects with clarity and confidence. Today, we're not just launching Newforma Konekt, a module of Newforma Konekt. We're driving home how Newforma is your intuitive, future-ready, cloud-hosted, web-based partner in success. The world of design and construction is evolving at breakneck speed. More data, more decisions, more complexity. That's why we're here to help you. We want you to reimagine what's possible for your projects, for your teams, and for your business. You know, before there were the old ways. There were scattered emails, a barrage of Teams messages, lost files, siloed teams, which all holding firms back. InfoTrack brings everything together in one intuitive platform. It will give you instant access to your conversations, your conversions, file decisions, no matter where you are in the world. We're not just bringing InfoTrack to the market. We're setting a new standard for how teams collaborate, communicate, and deliver results faster, smarter, and with less risk. With InfoTrack, you can rediscover the power of organized, actionable project information. You can reconnect your teams, your partners, breaking down barriers, and building a single source of truth. InfoTrack is more than just a new module. It's now your competitive edge in this ever-changing industry. Before I turn it back over to Mike, I'd like to extend all of you an invitation. Please RSVP to join us on our World Series tour of networking and thought leadership events. Newforma World 2025 join us for live demos, networking, hands-on experiences. We're in Boston, we're in Nashville, we're in London, we're in Washington, D.C., we're in Chicago, we're in San Diego, Houston, Las Vegas, we're everywhere. So the QR code is showing, so take a quick picture of that. Now I'm ready to turn it over back to Mike and Carl for the exciting new launch. Mike?
Thanks, Peter. That was great, and I'm really excited about it. And I want to just echo one of the things that Peter said. Hey, welcome. I saw someone from Michigan just popped up there. That's great. Southfield. Hi, Miriam. Thanks for joining us today. If you have the opportunity to join us on our world tour, it's going to be really exciting. Not only are you going to get to see the product today, but live in person, we're going to have people there that you can talk to you about. InfoTrack, the benefits of it. A lot of our customers will be there. A lot of prospects will be there. It'll be a lot of fun. Give you a chance to network with some really great industry professionals. And speaking of the industry, we didn't just go and create InfoTrack in a vacuum. We actually did a lot of research behind the scenes. And a lot of that came from a study we published last year. We look at the trends that are occurring in the ACO space, and Carl's going to talk a little bit more in more detail about this in just a minute. But, in a lot of ways, the ACO space is at a crossroads. There are labor shortages, rising retirements, and the loss of experienced staff. They aren't just trends. These are realities that are impacting project delivery every day. Now, according to that study, 41% of project delays, 41% are attributed to labor shortages. And 40% of firms say these shortages are putting extra pressure on their remaining teams. The challenge goes beyond headcount, by the way. When experienced professionals retire or move on, vital knowledge walks out the door with them. Our research shows that 70% of professionals are still relying on email and messaging apps that don't capture or share critical information. That makes onboarding and knowledge transfer not just a struggle, In some cases, it's an impossibility. And we're not only facing the visible delays, they're quietly turning down new work and missing out on growth opportunities simply because they can't staff up and transfer knowledge fast enough. And like I said, these trends aren't just trends, they're realities. So what does that mean for you? That means you need a tool that's going to make your life easier and have you doing more with less. This is how InfoTrack changes the game. It's your competitive advantage in a changing industry. By centralizing every single project conversation, document, action item, InfoTrack makes sure that knowledge doesn't walk out the door when people leave. New hires and cross-functional teams can quickly get up to speed with a complete auditable project record right at their fingertips. It's designed with input from tens of thousands of users, meaning InfoTrack is intuitive from day one. No steep learning curves, just instant impact. It helps you capture, organize, and action all your information around your projects so they keep moving, even as teams change and people change. Now, robust information management isn't just about today's efficiency. It's really about future-proofing your firm against workforce volatility, protecting your corporate memory, and making sure that every project can succeed no matter who's on the team. To that end, InfoTrack centralizes every conversation, so captures and organizes every single project discussion, whether it starts in Outlook, Microsoft Teams, or as a conversation in the field, and connect it instantly to the related files, tasks, and contexts. It turns talk into action with integrated task management, convert emails and chats into action items, assign responsibilities, set deadlines, and monitor progress from any device. It allows you to connect to your entire document ecosystem in a platform agnostic way. We have built-in connectors for SharePoint, Autodesk Docs, Azure, Panzura, Nasuni. Makes it easy and effortless to organize, view, share, and audit project files across the board. And one of the best parts of the system, and one that I get really excited about, is search, and you get instant answers for that search. And this is all powered by Newforma Konekt's deep search functionality. Find exactly what you need: emails, drawings, decision, files, chats, across any connected platform instantaneously. Our chief product officer likes to say, and I think it's a great analogy, we are the Google search of the AECO space. We're mobile friendly and it's been field tested, so all the features that are available in InfoTrack are available on mobile, keeping your team connected and productive wherever the job takes them. And Carl's going to talk about this in a lot more detail and way better than I can summarize it, but it's the golden thread of information is what it's all about. Creating a single auditable source of truth for every single project, reducing risk, accelerating dispute resolution, and candidly protecting your firm's future. Now, I've already mentioned his name a couple of times. You can see him on the left. I'd like to turn it over to our fearless chief product officer, who's going to provide some more insight into the global market shifts, as well as, and this will be the part where we start a drum roll in the background before we see it, an actual live demo of InfoTrack, showcasing not just how powerful it is, but how intuitive and simple to use it is. Carl, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mike. So welcome, everybody. So now we're going to shift gears and we're going to talk a little bit about the challenges that are impacting all of you day to day. So we'll start by diving into construction project litigation. So projects team today are overwhelmed by fragmented communication, disconnected tools, and manual processes. This chaos isn't just inefficient, it's also risky and unsustainable. So it makes nearly impossible to maintain a clear record of decisions and responsibilities. According to the International Chamber of Commerce, 25% of all global arbitration cases are in construction. So that makes our industry the most dispute-prone industry in the world. Another report by Arcadis shows that there is an average between 1 and 3 disputes on a project during its life cycle. So we're going to dive into what is the solution to avoid those construction project litigation and disputes. So the problem with records keeping is that often those records are hard to collect and find, right? So people lack the discipline to file the information into the project archives. So email is the primary communication tool. So poor email management can really lead to gaps in the complete project record. So what happens as a result is when legal risk arise, critical information isn't available. So we might think of like decisions that were made, right? Information that was sent, answers that were provided. So when this information is not available in case of claims, change order or delays or disputes, that is increasing the risk for your organization, right? So only 41% of emails actually make it into the project records. So records keeping is a global thing. So market study shows that people are struggling globally, right? So there is a report by the FMI Corporation that highlight poor document management as the leading cause of disputes and emails that are often missed inside formal project records. There's also legislation around that. You think about regulations like the UK Building Safety Act, where the Building Safety Act requires decisions made to be part of a project record. And those decisions are often made inside traditional communication tools like emails. There's a whole bunch of frameworks that cover best practices for records retention. But also the most important part is the American Bar Association state that 75% of evidences in court are email. So this is really the reason why you should care about records keeping. And we're going to dive in a minute about and talk about what we can do to help you with that. But before we do so, we'll just look at one of the surveys that Mike covered a few minutes ago, right? And we're going to dive in a little bit more details about the results of that survey and what challenges people are facing related to information management. So in one of the questions we asked in this survey is, what is your biggest concern for 2025? And 58% of the respondents talk about economic uncertainty. 40% pointed out regulations bottleneck. 40% covered and identified labor shortage and workforce issues as an issue. And another 39% of respondents talk about material costs. So two of the things that Newforma InfoTrack can do for you is help you with regulations bottleneck and also labor, workforce, and knowledge management. In one of the other survey question we asked for the impacts of labor shortage and generational turnover on your project. So it's no surprise that the experienced veteran in your organization are leaving your organization, and as a result, information disappears, right? So that information is previous knowledge that was captured in the brains of those experienced people, and that's really what your know-how. So how can you protect that? How can you tap into it? And how can you surface those hard-earned insights to help you train new staff members? So 41% of the respondents talk about delays in project delivery as a result of labor shortages issues. 40% talk about increased pressure on remaining staff. 40% loss of corporate knowledge, and then 37% deterioration in quality, which point out the challenge in continuing to deliver quality projects from design to construction. But the last question really we ask, and I think this one is one we can definitely help with, is managing shared documents and also access and records keeping, right? So it's 37% of the respondents said this was a challenge for them. And this is really what the core of InfoTrack is all about. So now we're going to dive in a little bit of the solution. So InfoTrack is really creating that golden thread of information. So we often talk about the golden thread as the backbone of information on the project where all audit trails are available, right? So this is an unbroken chain of information that connects every conversation, file, task, decisions across the entire building lifecycle. So the problem people face these days is because information is scattered, right? It's data sprawl, as we refer to it, right? So those information often, if you're, let's say, taking Microsoft as an example, you've got conversation happening in Microsoft Teams internally and maybe externally, and you've got potentially files, drawings on a SharePoint somewhere or a file server, right? And then you've got emails flowing in your inbox and Outlook. So all those information are disconnected and not project-based. So one of the core things that Newforma InfoTrack helps you to do is to collect the information through a series of integrated solution into those various Microsoft tools that help you collect the information and ensure that 95% of the information is now part of the project record. So we act as a backup for those information that are often not backup. You think about Microsoft Teams, someone delete the Teams channel, the information's gone, right? So we also ensure interoperability with other industry-specific tools, right? So let's say you wanted to add a SharePoint file on an RFI answer in Procore, then we enable that workflow, right? So we're really creating those project-based records that you can search into during the project, but also, as I like to say, in the last phase of construction project, which is litigation, right? When you have to find information, and then it's lost somewhere in someone's inbox that is no longer at the company, right? So this is one of the core challenge that InfoTrack is looking to solve. It's creating the complete project archive and enabling you to find information quickly. And it seems easy when you say it fast, but and for finding information when when you don't know where it is a hard task these days with the growing tech stack, right? So now we're going to talk about the position of Newforma, right? So we stand at the crossroads between project management, information management, and building information management, right? So you've got different teams working with different pieces of software and working on various different activities of the project. So Newforma is really sitting in the middle and then helping create auditable project records, right? And then ensuring accountability when people have to interact with multiple of those activities. So really reconnecting the project and creating that golden thread of information. So it's about empowering your team to make informed decision, but also maintain continuity when staff changes, because all the information is centralized and accessible for people to consume. So when a new project manager comes in your project and they're trying to figure out where things are at, everything's available in one spot. So I'd like to go over some quotes from our customers, so you don't take our word for it. So one of our customer, Jennifer at Mazzetti, said, "It's intuitive, nimble, and truly future-proof." The learning curve is even shorter than we anticipated, from Mitch Kelchen at Shive Hatchery. And Newforma Konekt intuitive user interface played a significant role in making the transition easier. So it was much easier implementation. The software just made sense, and the staff picked it up quickly, from Tiffany Grant at HMC Architect. So without any wait, let's have a look at Newforma InfoTrack. Newforma InfoTrack file management is sitting on top of your existing storage locations. So one of the challenges that organizations are facing is that multiple repositories exist on a single project. Those repositories may exist on a cold file server, on Panzura, a SUNY, Zur, and some of the more project-centric storage solutions like Autodesk Docs, right? Or maybe a SharePoint. So information can coexist in those different locations. So we bring all of those repositories together to enable a quick and easy way to access all the information on your project. So this information can be shared from those locations, right? So if I click on as-built drawings here, I can select documents, I can issue those documents to specific individuals, right? And that will create a record copy of the information. This record copy is then stored into our sharing center where transmittals can be reviewed, right? So those documents, once they've been sent over, are being tracked for download, right? So if someone downloads the file, this is getting recorded there. So that provides the complete audit trails required for you to be able to understand how the information flows in the project. One of the other core functionalities of InfoTrack is action items. Those action items can be anything. They can be coordination issues that are captured on PDF drawings. They can be general action items like permit application, There could be things on the job site like site defects or observations. So all of those action items can be accessed and tracked and reported on in a single activity center. One of the other key functionality of InfoTrack is its email management capabilities. Often those emails are siloed into people's inbox and they don't get filed and recorded into the complete project records, exposing firms for litigation down the road. So InfoTrack makes it easy to file email into a project context. Those emails, once they're filed with the Outlook add-in, they land inside InfoTrack's email management activity center. So this email management activity center is a little bit like a shared inbox where all the project information and communications is centralized. We provide a way for quick search, extended search, and best-in-class search for all the information that is stored in this project record. So those information might be buried inside the body of an email. They can be buried inside attachment in emails. Those attachments can be Microsoft file extensions or native file formats of our industry, like CAD files. So InfoTrack is a little bit like the Google search of construction project. We also further extend email management and communications management by integrating Microsoft Teams channel. Often those Microsoft Teams channel contain information about files shared outside the organization and then decisions made. Those information should be part of project record, and then InfoTrack brings those capabilities with the Microsoft Teams integration, providing a complete backup system for Microsoft SharePoint, Outlook, Microsoft Teams, and making everything project-based. Another great functionality of InfoTrack is its ability to view and comment drawings natively. So those drawings, once uploaded, can be viewed inside the built-in viewer. Action items can be created on those drawings. So here I'm creating an action item for the staircase. And then it can be assigned to a specific individual and then tracked until resolution. Another great functionality of InfoTrack is the ability to access information on the fly. So here I've got InfoTrack's mobile app. This mobile app is available on Android and iOS. Here I can capture action items from the job site. I can review, comment things on the go. I can access emails from the project right here. I can view drawings and documents on the go. I can create action items on those documents while I'm on the job site. InfoTrack wouldn't be complete without its ability to access files on the go and share information from all the different repositories that we've talked about. Information living on SharePoint, information living on file servers, information living on Autodesk Docs, information living on Azure Blob Storage, Sweeney, Panzura. So all of those repositories can be accessed on the go, and then information can be shared as need be with various project stakeholders.
Peter, back over to you.
Okay, thank you, Carl. Thank you, Carl. That was great, and I hope, in short order, I hope all of you got a chance to see the foundation. InfoTrack is truly the foundation of Newforma. Intuitive, inherent, future ready, and ready, built for the pace and complexity of where the world's going today in the eco industry. Think about it. Golden, reimagine, rediscover, and reconnect with what's possible. RSVP for your city or online now. Let's build some projects together. Modern, intuitive, in the cloud, no learning curves, just results. I say this in kind of a salesy way, but I'm so excited about this, what this is and what this is going to mean for the future. We have truly created the next generation information management system in the eco space. If you haven't seen Newforma lately, you haven't seen Newforma. So look again, try us out. Don't get left behind. We are the company, the firm, your partner that's innovative, future state, that's out there looking, listening to where the market's going, where you need to go. And we want to make sure that we have all your solutions readily available for you so that you can be right there with where the market's going right now. So say goodbye to Project Chaos. Say hello to InfoTrack. So get ready to experience that golden thread for your projects. Sign up for a demo. Join us at the World Tour. Let's talk. Let's build tomorrow projects together with InfoTrack. So thank you all for participating, joining. I'm going to turn it back to Mike, and we look forward to your partnership and serving you down the road or today. Mike?
Thanks very much, Pete. Look, I want to thank everybody who's on the call today. Like Pete said, schedule a demo with us. There's a QR code here. You can just take a quick picture of it, go right to the website, schedule some time. If you're a customer, and I know I'm looking at the attendee list now, there are a lot of customers on the line right now, which is awesome. Reach out to your account manager, talk to them about InfoTrack. Heck, reach out to Carl, Pete, or myself. Would be happy to talk to you about what we're doing. It's really exciting. But on behalf of everybody at Newforma, I want to personally say thank you for your time today. I know there's some questions in the chat. I'm looking at them right now. Carl, myself, or Pete will get back to each and every one of you and make sure that you have an answer. It's just we're trying to keep it tight within the 30-minute time frame that everybody allotted, so you guys can go out and get some lunch. And depending on where you are in the world, right? If you're in Boston where it's really hot, you're probably going to want to go out and grab some lunch right now. But I want to thank everybody for being here. We appreciate your time and look forward to talking with you in the future. Thanks very much.
Take care, everyone.
Cheers.
Right.